Dog. What the fuck is Trump doing? It's gonna be a short-ass live, okay? Because all of these resources are coming from another person who I deeply trust. And knowing them, they're probably getting it from a source, which they deeply trust, okay? What the absolute fuck is he doing, bro? The things I've heard that Trump has been doing has been outrageous. Unacceptable, gang. What the hell? I'm talking, like, sheer stupidity. Sheer ignorance. Absolute fucking dumbass. I don't really hold hate in my heart that much. I don't like to. But this vile creature I hold so much hate for. So much hate for. Okay? So let's just get right into it. Some things that I've heard more recently is that he's trying to bring back segregation in one of the countries. I can't even begin to describe how fucked up that is. Did he pass down the law or something like that? And to my knowledge, they haven't accepted it, which is a good thing. One of the states wants to leave the country because they're mad at Trump. Canada's mad at Trump. Who else is mad at Trump? Mexico is mad at Trump. I've been seeing edits all over the world about this one guy. Speaks some other language. Trump is like, in this country we speak English. He says, "Fuck you," and like, it was a hard. It's hard ass edits, but like, they're mad at him. I don't know who that is. Like, everyone is mad at him. Hell, the Christians are mad at him. Because he posted himself as the Pope literally like a week after the Pope died. That's disrespectful. That is just straight disrespect. Okay? And tell me what is happening to the economy. Back then, you could get like a 2-bedroom house for like, what? You could afford it with like $20K a year? And that was like, what, 10 years ago? I might be a little under, but tell me how you can't even afford that with $100K a year payment. Like, I'm not good at explaining things. So let me just restart with that one, okay? He's not fixing the economy. Because back then, houses weren't that expensive. If you had a job that paid you like, let's go $50,000 a year, you could afford a decent house. Nowadays, you need to be paid at least like what, $200 a year in order to get something halfway decent. Like, dang, candy used to be like a quarter. Now it's like $2, $3, $4, $5. I've seen a candy bar with like 2 Reese's in it. That was $5. What is going on? This is recent. Like last week recent. He's not fixing the economy, gang. Things are getting more expensive. My eggs are $13. $13 for one thing of eggs. Do you know how stupid that is? How incredibly idiotic and dumb that is. Not to mention the deportation, the deporting problem. Like, I get it. You don't want illegals in the country. I don't personally see the problem, but you know what? I understand it. It's understandable because some of them are crooks, apparently, drug dealers. I think he's being unbiased, but you know what? I can rock with it as long as he's not doing nothing too crazy. He did something too crazy. Tell me how a child with cancer, a 12-year-old with cancer, is a criminal. You can't, because they're not. He's just fucked up in the head. Not to mention that he's a felon. And not to mention that when his daughter was 3, he said that she would have sexy legs like her mom. Gang, she's 3, and your daughter. What are we talking about? Gang, what are we talking about? What are you talking about? overcooked. We are fried, cooked, barbecued, unseasoned because he's a redneck. Now it makes sense. He's him. He's a rich old white man who thinks he can get away with anything. Dog, I remember last time he was president, my mom was going to protest for Black Lives Matter because he wasn't doing nothing about the police shooting the kids on the streets that weren't even doing nothing wrong. And now we're protesting again, talking about how like he is a lot more friendly fire now. Talking about some, Mexicans are people too. We're trying to keep like I don't. This might be a little like I don't know how many people are gonna agree with this, being how this country voted for Trump of all people. Kamala Harris wasn't gonna do that bad. We need to vote him out of office now. But like we're trying to bring back marriage for gay couples, trans couples, stuff like that, the LGBTQ. We're trying to accept them. We're trying to be more acceptable. Don't get me wrong, the old times are great, but only for like the cars and the music. If I had to go back in time, those are the only two things I'm experiencing. The cars and the music. That's it. Nowadays, that's a different video. Trump is just a really, really, really fucked up man. He lied about fixing the economy. He's classist, sexist, racist. What else? He's wanting to commit incest for sure. What else? I feel like there's more. Oh yeah, felon. What else? I feel like there's more. Oh yeah, pedophile. What else? That might be it. But that's still 7 bad, like extremely bad traits that he has for our president. He's the first president felon that let's not forget the fit that he threw when he didn't become president last time. He stayed in the White House and threw a fit like a bitch. We elected a child. A like 70-year-old child to be president. Kamala Harris was not gonna do that bad. Kamala Harris is not a felon. She's not sexist. She is not a freaking pedophile. She doesn't commit incest. She's not again, half the things that when I post this video, post 7 good things, really good things that digress, that will make me set aside all the dumb shit that he's done. Okay? Something to just discourage his racism, classism, sexism, pedophilia, felony, what else was there? Stupidity, and more that I don't care to list right now because, gang, how? He lied. Do we not pay attention? He's literally like Hillary incarnate. Literally. Because some other stuff that I've heard from someone who is anonymous, who has been getting sources from what I believe to be a reliable source. He's been putting, he put the illegals in camps. And then, so they go missing and the rest of them go to Mexico. At least that's how it was. Half of them weren't even Mexican. Some of them were Puerto Rican. Puerto Rico and Mexico are 2 completely different countries. Sure, they both speak Spanish, but they are 2 completely different. Some of them weren't even Spanish speaking, and they were still getting sent to Mexico. Imagine, okay, you're coming from Vietnam, and you arrive in America. Trump gets elected president, and he's like, "Fuck you, go to Mexico." You have no idea what's in Mexico. You went to America for a better life. We can't do that anymore. We cannot go to America for a better life with this asshole in charge. The amount of you don't even have to take my word for it. But the fact that I've been hearing this much bad shit on this awful man, and the amount of times that my mother has gotten gassed for being in protests that were valid, peaceful protesting, she got gassed more than once. She was protesting for black people because cops, like police brutality. Trump could have done something about that when he was president, but he didn't. In fact, I'm pretty sure last time he was president, he defended a cop who killed before, he wasn't even in double digits, a black child. The police talking about, I thought he had a gun, when he had a toy in his hand that didn't even look like a gun. The amount of fucked up nasticity that this man holds in his heart, in his brain. He's stupid. He's stupid too. Absolute idiot. He better get his orange, tiny hands ass out of that White House. Gang. He's not doing anything good. He's not doing anything good. Maybe to the sexist, racist, classist people out there, he might be doing some good, getting rid of the poor people. But if you are middle class and below, hell, you don't even gotta be middle class and below. You could be rich and still see how fucked up this man is. Dog, what are you doing? We're cooked. How am I going to... You know he was, like, taking kids out of schools, just snatching them right up without their parents knowing. And sending them to a different country. Half of them weren't even illegal. They're children. What did we do to you? Okay. It's just unbelievable how we elected such a dumbass. He's a bitch. He is everything a man does not want to be. He is that uncle that your parents tell you not to be. I have nothing else to say. Trump, you are a bitch ass puto.